You're a smart person and you finally realize that all software should be free, and you get a free music making software, and it's called Lmms, Linux Multimedia Studio. Let's open it up, shall we? We're going to learn about it. What is this? Yep, that's fine. Yes, this is all fine. Yeah, that doesn't matter, because this is our first time opening it, so the effects are fine. So let's just move all this so it fits the screen. Yep. There we go. And, wow, this is all confusing. What is all this stuff? Well, let me show you. So this right here is where you put the things. So right here, we can see that beat baseline is selected, beat baseline 0. And so what we can do is do something like this, and then we just click play, and oh my goodness. So you have that. And if you want to put it in the actual song, so it actually shows up there, you just click, click, clickety, click, and so now it goes like, yay. No. Oh, I'm sorry. Middle click to delete these, and you just click these again to remove them. So that's great, but how do you add more than just this thing? It's easy. So you have these things over here. If you want to use the built-in thingies, all these thingies, you can. So let's. I'm not even going to deal with sound fonts. That's confusing. What we are going to do, however, is this one. So you just drag it into here, and if you click on this, oh look, it's a familiar little keyboard. Let's move this down here so it's actually. So now the Z key on my keyboard is middle C. I think? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So now you can just like... And this is all stuff that I'm actually not entirely sure about, but you can like... So if I click on this one, it'll now sound like... And if I click on this one, it's like a jump sound, like a... So there's that. That's how you get this little thing to show up. So that's great and all, but what if you want something a little more sample based, where you go here to, I think that's what we want. Yes, my samples, and in here is a bunch of stuff that comes preloaded with it. So there's like some drum things in here. If you hold it down on one of these little noises, it'll play the noise, the entire noise. So it's like, yeah, there's one, yeah, you know, stuff like that. So you can look through all of these if you want and use stock sounds and be boring. But what if I want to put my my own samples in there? Well, shucks, I guess you're out of luck. No, not really, because you have Audacity. So on here, I just took a little sample from some other song, so it sounds like this. Yep. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and export that and put it into Lmms samples. And just click save. And you want to make sure that is either a WAV or OGG Vorbis file, because I'm pretty sure MP3 does not work with Lmms. So just set it to WAV, save. Okay. Alright, and it's already there. Didn't even need a loading bar or nothing. Okay, so if we go into our little directories here, home directory, Lmms, samples, and right here is... Alright, so if we just double click it, it appears over here. Now there's something very important you need to know about samples, and it's that they probably do not work the way you are hoping or the way you are thinking. You really have to think about the kind of samples you're using, because something that will become quite apparent very soon. So if I move that to middle C, so with the Z key, it sounds normal. It's just... however, if I move a little higher up, you find not only has the pitch gone up, but so has the tempo. So you know. Okay, so anyways, so that's what happens with samples on LMMS. They do not just change pitch, they also change tempo. So up here is a lot quicker than how it normally sounds. All right, so you have to think around that, and the best way to think around that is to have a sample that is very long. So you know, because if you have a really short sample, like say it was just crap. Say it was just this. A short sample like that doesn't sound so bad, but when you go up here, it takes no time at all for it to finish. So use very long samples. So if you want to make yourself a song, okay, well, first of all, I double-clicked it and it showed up in the beat baseline editor. You don't want that unless you just plan on using it as a beat like this. Yeah, you don't want that. So what we actually want to do is go back over here and we want to drag it into here. So now what you can do is if you double click on the little timeline here, this shows up, and what this is just a little piano roll thing. So now you have what is a sequencer. That's what it's called, except it's called piano roll in here, but whatever. So basically, this is where you put the actual notes. So you know, something like that. Let's see if we can go ahead and make ourselves a little song. Shit, I'm running out of time. Well, let's see. So this sounded pretty nice. Let's see if we can get that going. So if you actually type the keys on here, so of course you have it over here, but also if you type it on here, you also have that. So we're gonna go ahead and let's see if we can. Let's go ahead and lower the tempo here. See if we can get it a little. That's still too much. 120. That's not what we want. Okay, right click. Okay, so it's left click to place them, left click to move them, and right click to remove them. So let's just... And the next one you place will be the same length as the last one you placed. So let's just... there are ways you can copy it. There are different tools in the little piano roll here. This allows you to select it. This allows you to erase them easily. You get it. So... That sounds pretty bad, but you get the idea. And then, of course, we learned that just double-clicking on the samples over here puts them in here, and so you can add yourself a little beat with it too, so it can become... That sounds really bad, but you get the idea. That's your little crash course on Linux wait, where is it? Linux Multimedia Studio. That's the official jingle or something. Kill me.